Hey everyone, Jimmy with the Barger Beat. A little quick video. I had a rough time at work last night. It's been a long time coming, and these thoughts have been running through my head. But as I am making moves in my life, following what I've already known, but actually putting it into practice, I have to walk the walk and talk the talk. So today's quick episode is going to be about change. And the fact is I've been doing something for a couple years now. It's brought some nice coin in my pocket, but over the last year it's not served too well. The universe is telling me, boy, it's time to move on, and I've just been totally ignoring it. Well, with a new wife, a new situation, basically what I want to fulfill in my life, my dreams, I can't stay in this stagnant state. Now, with change comes fear. Everybody fears that change, right? I have a question for you. What are you more fearful of? Say if you're broke, or you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're fearful of anything going wrong, extra bills like your car breaking down. Your son or daughter hurting themselves and you owe medical bills, things like that. Unfortunately, money is a huge part of our decisions to change jobs. You don't want to change a job and make less, do you? You want to make more. But the fear of actually moving forward can paralyze people, and I know from experience. What I want to basically ask you is, what are you more fearful of? Are you fearful of change in your pocket or change in your life? Now, if you're constantly fearful of only getting change in your pocket, you know what's going to come to is more change in your pocket. You're fearful of change in your life, guess what's going to happen? Any change that happens in your life, it's going to be a disaster. You're feeling those fears, which is connecting with those thoughts. What you want to do is change those emotions, stay with that thought, but actually feel excited about change. Not fearful, but excited. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be moving on, of course. Like any smart, intelligent person, you don't want to change jobs before you have a job lined up. So that's what's going to be happening. In the meantime, I'm still obviously making these videos because I'm on the journey with you, and I'm going to show you. Now, my ultimate goal is not necessarily what my man Ed has made a career out of. I honestly don't know much about the financial world as far as investments and stuff like that. I will learn that when the money comes, obviously, because the whole point is continuing on with that money and making more so you can help more people. Now, my dream, my goal, for the last 13 years, I've been practicing and putting that into action is I am going to win the main event at the World Series of Poker. Poker is an extreme mental game, 90% mental, 10% cards. Now, for 13 years, I wanted to go, and it seemed untouchable, unbelievable. At the time living in Michigan, in Detroit, round-trip plane ticket. Are you kidding me? I could barely get my bills. How am I going to save for a plane ticket, Then flash forward, 5, 10, now 13 years later. Last year I made up my mind. I said that, you know what? Let's do it. I'm going to do it. My sister, who flies out to Oregon to visit her daughter and grandchildren, she said, Jimmy, it's not as expensive as you think. You just have to look it up. The information of change, of moving forward, if you're fearful, look it up. Guess what? It was only less than $200 for a plane ticket out there, and less than $200 for a plane ticket back. So that's $300. At that time, I didn't have any bills. So all I had to do was just save up. I was in a situation, and I took advantage of being such in a grateful situation, and I saved. And in the meantime, before that, I went to the Heartland Poker Tour, gained some experience in the professional tournament level, did okay. And then I booked that plane ticket. I said, no matter what, I'm going. Before I even had any money saved for the actual tournaments in the World Series, I booked a plane ticket. I said, this is going to happen. And I did it. I was working with a gentleman, or I am working with a gentleman, who has a son that lives out in Vegas. And he's like, geez, how are you going to afford it, Jimmy? And I said, actually, it's not too bad, you know? And so for years, he had been wanting to visit his son. And he's got a family out there, his son does. And so I kind of planted a seed in his brain. And then he saw me leave. He saw me achieve my dream as to going out there. Now, my ultimate dream was, of course, to win a WSOP bracelet and the cash, and to start my professional career. Now, when I got back, now mind you, I did well out there. Now, not money well, but experience well, and that's really important because I learned that I could do it. I stood by what I did, what my goals were. Plane ticket, got it. Cash saved, got it. Buy-ins, got it. Played in the World Series of Poker. I'm looking around, seeing Phil Ivey and Helmuth and Mike Matisow and Chris Ferguson and Maria Ho, and I'm seeing all these amazing people. I'm walking into the Amazon room where I'm starting a tournament, and I'm seeing that final table there, and I'm like, I've seen this on TV for a decade. Oh my God, I'm here. You know, people think they can't achieve what they see, and they do. They can if you believe in yourself and then make that action. You got that desire, and then action, you get results. You also have faith in yourself that you can do it. Now, I'm going back next year. There's not a doubt I'm going to go back next year, and next year I'm going to win. I'm not going to win once, I'm going to win twice. You hear me? I'm going to win twice. I'm going to have come home with 2 bracelets, and the other one's going to be the main event. And I know a lot of people are like, hi, you know how many people? Yeah, I know how many people. Chris Moneymaker knew how many people. You know, Chin knew how many people. Sin knew how many people. He did it, right? Bloom, the gentleman from the year before. I mean, they knew how many people and they did it. It's not about all those people. It's about you. It's about what you can do. Get mentally fit and do it. And I am proof that you can do it on a budget. Now, I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to do it with even more passion. I went there. I gained knowledge and experience. I'm going to go back and win with knowledge and experience, because I know that I can do it. All those first nerves came out of the way. Plus, on top of it, it was a very emotional trip. I saw my brother for the first time in 30 years, and he housed me while I was there. Couldn't afford a hotel, and he was gracious enough to let me crash on his couch. Thank you, Mike. And I look forward to going back, but I'm going to go back with my wife this time. We're going to stay at a hotel. And I'm going to visit him. I'm not going to put him out anymore as needing, he probably would say you're not putting me out at all. But nonetheless, I'm walking the walk and I'm talking the talk. So that's basically, I'm putting it out there. I'm telling people to achieve their dreams. And they're like, what's your dream, Jim? What do you want to experience in life, and what do you want to achieve? Well, that's what I want to achieve. And as many of the people that may roll their eyes at that, I got a lot of people behind me patting me on the back and cheering me on. And those are the ones you have to listen to. But what started was a change. And you first change in your mind. And then you think about it. And then you pursue it. You use action along with thought. You use action and you achieve it. Baby steps can be huge. $10 away. Put $20 away next week. That following week you put another. You keep going. You just do it because you can find a way. You can go to the gas station or the convenience store, and instead of getting pop, you get water. Instead of getting a beer, maybe you put that beer down and you get yourself some water. Water is very important in life, and I can't tell you that is the key to mental health, is hydration. So you want to be able to do that. You'd be amazed at all the bad decisions you make when you're not hydrated. But the point of this is to learn that to not fear change. Because what are you more fearful of? Like I said, change in your life or change in your pocket? You got it? All right. I love you guys. I'm walking the walk and I'm talking the talk through motivation, inspiration, and perspiration. Hashtag MIP. This is Jimmy with the Barger Beat. I'll see you next time on the next chapter of the 13 Principles of Success. The next one is autosuggestion. Take it easy, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.